Welcome to the ParkLife Sport podcast. Today I'm joined with Elliot Townsend, who is a cricketer at the University of Gloucestershire, as well as sports reporter Luke McNulty and myself. So if you'd like to say hello.
Hello, you alright?
Hello. Right. So Elliot's come in today. He's actually dislocated his finger yesterday when we planned to do this. Just tell us a little bit how you did that.
Just with a cricket ball, bit of fielding. My hands are quite bad anyway because of cricket, so they just pop out easy.
Yeah. So you do training every Wednesday, is it? Every 12 till 2, I think it is?
12 till 2, and then Sundays as well. We have sessions at Oxtals.
Right, okay. So how does that work at the moment? Obviously, with the winter conditions, you've moved indoors, I guess?
Yeah. So we've got Leisure At in Cheltenham that we use, which is a good facility, and we play our indoor games in there as well.
Okay.
And then we've just got a normal sports hall at Oxtals. We also do some like strength and conditioning stuff in the S&C suite in Oxtals. So it's quite a variation, which is good.
Yeah, so how does it differ, obviously doing indoor? Is it more focused on the fitness levels and sort of preparing for varsity and things like that compared to the actual summer season?
So we're trying to, at the moment, not focus too heavily indoor because it's quite a different game. So at the moment, it's quite our fitness stuff in S&C's like sort of circuit based, and like quite quick weightlifting just to improve our speed and stuff. But we're sort of mixing it up at the moment. So this week we did some outdoor stuff, just got some outdoor balls out and did some fielding, did some batting with that. It's been really good.
Yeah, so so just tell us a little bit about how the team's sort of going and how you've got on over the years, sort of being involved with the cricket team and everything like that.
So the cricket this year, it's going well. We've got some really good freshers in. Compared to last year, we didn't win varsity, so this is our comeback season really. Because my first year, we won varsity and did really well in the indoor stuff. So this is sort of like our comeback season. We know what we've done wrong and we know how to improve on it now.
Just a quick question from me, Elliot. Being a more experienced student and cricketer, how do you find yourself trying to bed those freshers into the team?
So obviously it's quite daunting. Like I know as a fresher, it's really daunting because they're already like a friendship group formed. But something I tried to do was like with the indoor games, if the freshers weren't playing, if I wasn't playing myself, then try and take them along. Just sit and like stand with them and watch and just sort of talk them through if they haven't played before, and like get them to ask any questions about the indoor games. Also, we have socials on a Wednesday, so that's really, really good for the freshers to meet everyone because you have a few drinks and
everything's sort of a bit loose and everything like that. Yeah. I think one of the things I was just sort of curious about is obviously how you're going from being one of the players in the team and now going into more of a coaching role.
Mm-hmm.
How was that? How have you found that yourself? Is it a good experience? Everything like that?
It's been tough trying to find the balance, but sort of getting there. Got some good plans to use over Christmas, and I mean, like I've been doing stuff which is still quite inclusive for me. So, fielding drills, like we can all still take part, even though if I run it as well. And like with the batting in the nets, we're all old enough now and good enough to know where we're going wrong. And so there's with that sort of side, it's not need too much direction because we can all help each other out, but finding the balance, we're getting there with it.
Obviously last season, just tell us a bit about how the team did over summer as well. So I suppose you have indoor and outdoor sort of season. Just give us a bit more information about how you did and how you feel you performed and what you're looking to improve this year.
I only played first team fixtures last year, so I only really know that much about that. So we're in Western 2A, which is sort of, there's two leagues above us.
Okay.
So we play quite a good standard. The main thing for us was our batting, like just a lot of our batsmen getting starts and then just sort of crumbling away, looking like we're going to go on and push on 250, 300 and get bowled out for 170. So our bowling's never really been the issue, and our fielding's always been like really good standard. It's just batsmen's sort of taking what's the word I'm looking for? Responsibility.
Yeah, so sort of
more.
taking it on themselves to sort of push the team in the games rather than relying on your bowling and everything like that.
Yeah.
So with the issues with the team, is it more of a short-term sort of fix that you're looking to just sort out week by week, or is it more of a long-term thing that you're trying to work in training and everything like that and sort of build the team going forward?
So what I've got planned, sort of like progression sessions. So working on different scenarios, trying to pair up with people that you're going to bat with, but also people that you might not bat with. So a top order batsman might have to bat with someone that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and it's sort of like trying to figure out the different ways to go about. So we've got at Leisure Act, we've got 5 nets, so you can split those nets up into like almost 5 different scenarios. So you might have an opener batting with someone lower down, or you might have your 2 openers batting together, and you're saying you want to be this many runs off this many overs with no wickets lost. So setting those scenarios, I think, will really help. Obviously, it's never the same in the nets as in a game, but trying to get it as game-based as possible, I think will really help, which is something that I just picked up from last year. Like, we didn't do a crazy amount of, so just trying new things.
So I suppose it's just working on relationships in the team, sort of, especially in the batting part, because it's obviously more, you're going to have to rely on your batting partner a bit more, as opposed to bowling and fielding and things like that. So is that what you're looking at? Do you look at sort of the players you have in the team who might be friends away from the sport and things like that, or is it purely just down to getting the players in, training them to work with each other, and sort of go from there?
So an example of that is we've got 2 lads that know each other from back home, and they open the batting together all through the season. So that there's sort of like someone that we'll look to already to have at the top of the order. Yeah, really good mates and know each other's games because they've played each other for years. But I think just as we bond over the year, I think the partnerships have improved more, and like people understand that not just playing for themselves, like playing as a partnership. If you can get 50 runs together instead of 50 runs on your own, then it's a lot better. Sort of like
a lot better for the team chemistry and things like that.
Yeah. Just thinking ahead to varsity. Yeah. When you come back after Christmas, that's sort of leading up to that big run-in. Does preparation ramp up after Christmas, or do you sort of maintain the same standard that you've tried to achieve all season long?
Well, the intensity will rise. Try not to take it. We don't want to scare people and have it too intense and too aggressive. Like, we want to keep it still like a relaxed atmosphere, but we will step it up. We'll train more. We'll book separate sessions. I'm going to start doing some one-to-ones with players. So I'll book the hall out for 3 hours or something, and people can come in for an hour and work on what they like. Also, our S&C coach is starting some extra classes to do, so even more fitness then. So we've got 2 sessions a week instead of 1. So just sort of like we'll slowly ramp it up, and then when it gets to February, middle of February, then we'll really start to step on it. A squad will be chosen around then, so then those people know they've
exactly
got
what they're doing.
They've got 6 weeks to really put the hard work in.
Yeah. So just to end, if you just tell us about what's coming up over the next month. Is it more indoor sort of fixtures, or are you looking ahead to the outdoor fixtures?
So we've just got through to the quarterfinals of the indoor cup, which is at Cheltenham. So all the teams around Gloucestershire playing. So we've got a game next week, and then the finals day on Sunday if we make it through. And then we still have fixes through to about February of indoor. We're still sort of embed some indoor cricket in, but usually after Christmas it really focuses on outdoor. Because I think last year we just didn't do enough of outdoor. We left it a bit late, so I think this year definitely we need to. So
there's a bit of a different focus this season. Well, thanks for coming in. Really enjoyed this little chat. So yeah, we'll just good luck for the season, and that'll be it for today's podcast.
Thanks a lot, Elliot.